First question, what would it take for you to enjoy the next few hours? Yeah. Because enjoyment for you over here might be very different to over here. For someone to enjoy it might be interactive, hands-on, get involved. For someone else it might be not as bad as the last one. It could be, couldn't it? Because some people are motivated, like your students and colleagues, towards what can I achieve, what can I improve, what can I enhance, and others are thinking, I just hope it's not as bad as it was, because our brains keep score. Fantastic. Okay, so that's shared responsibility. If this goes, excuse me, ladies and gents, if this goes tits up, I'll share responsibility for that happening. But I won't take the blame, because as you'll find with your students, the emotional climate is set by the person at the front, and hopefully we'll catch the emotions from each other that it's safe, secure, very informal, but very hands-on and worthwhile and meaningful. So that's why I'm asking you, I'm trying to enter your world and see what's worthwhile and meaningful for you right at the outset, because otherwise I'll guess. And guessing is just BS, it's a belief system. Who was thinking bullshit? Yeah. Okay, yeah. This was the lively table last time, wasn't it? But guesswork's a good start, but it's very dangerous as an end point. But brilliant, okay.
So come down, everybody, put your slide up.
No, failure can be a very important part of learning. Same. Frustration? Frustration? Annoyed. Is that one up from frustration or below?
Oh. No, that's South African frustration.
Okay. Annoyed? Frustration? Frustration? Same? Same? Frustration?
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
I had some cracking ideas.
So, you know what I said in one word? Okay, cracking ideas. Okay, misunderstood. Is misunderstood an emotion though?
Oh no, it's an emotion, yeah. I forgot you said that.
my message sticks. Frustration? Frustration? Annoyed. So we've got two annoyed and lots of frustration and stressed. Now, please bear in mind, your brain, not you, your brain has chosen frustration, stress, annoyance, misunderstood, purely because you didn't succeed at an activity that you knew nothing about, you had no prior warning of or awareness of, there was no meaning to it. So please bear in mind that you've all chosen this thing up here, the world's most powerful computer with no owner's manual, has chosen frustration, stress, annoyance and everything else from 16 pieces of plastic. Some product made in China has somehow travelled thousands of miles and chosen to piss you off. How can that be? Because I put it to you that you weren't stressed, you weren't annoyed, you weren't frustrated. Your brain was sending signals throughout the rest of your brain saying, I don't know what I'm doing here. If only they'd listen. I've got a good idea here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to stand back and wait for someone else to take ownership of it, because they're more frustrated than me. If it goes right, I won't take the credit, but if it goes wrong, I'm not taking the blame on my own. How does that relate to coaching, instructing, teaching, enabling students? It applies massively, because through one activity that you do with them that you think is easy, straightforward, practical, only because you're technically competent, technically brilliant, and you've had repeated exposure to that activity, have you then developed competence, unconscious competence, so you don't need to think about how to climb a ladder? Might it be that that expectation is placed on them? Because if it is, unwittingly, you may be infecting them with stress, annoyance, frustration, and if they feel misunderstood, if they don't feel listened to, if they don't feel that there's some meaning, personal meaning to them in an activity, why the hell would they want to get engaged? When you think that someone is not deserving of your attention, what you're really saying is, if you were more like me right now, I'd think you were okay, but you're not. So what you're doing, unwittingly, is imposing your beliefs, your world, onto him or her. Now bear in mind that this person, these people are possibly about to be excluded from school. They have a family life that you know nothing about, that will have one set of values and standards. They'll have friends, and their way of feeling significant is being a part of that group, not necessarily gang. Group. And they have expectations. Then they come to you, and there's a different set of rules. There's even regulations. There's standards. But no one else might be helping them understand the need for and value of standards. Their only respite during that week might be when they're with you. Their only break from the reality that they have to be involved in but may not enjoy is when they're with you.